This is Naruto, no, chapter 642. 642. It starts off as what happened last week. After Naruto and Sasuke combined their attacks, they hit Obito. They want to know, did they get him? And the second is like, hey, we did before. Though the shape-shifting black spears could intercept the attack. Then they wait, and then boom, Obito survives. Like he survives the attack, like it didn't work at all. His attacks are so fast he can deflect all kind. He can stop all kinds of ninjutsu. As things start to go grass, they start to wonder, like what's going to happen at this result. Obito says, now I have the power of the power of the ancestor of all shinobi. Nothing can stop. Nothing can stop me. Like, and you have other concerns too. You have not. So he wants to stop him. And the second is like he can stop all ninjutsu. And you see him because of and the second he looks at Minato. He looks at his arm and he's like, weird. His body's at a tensei, and he's like, why hasn't his body recover? And then he said, and then he says, and because Obito's enormous power, he can use a very unusual technique to his chakra. He can nullify all ninjutsu attacks. That means anything that can use ninjutsu. For example, Edo Tensei's ninjutsu, like to bring back the dead into this world. That means he can nullify it, and he only did that to one of Minato's arms. That explains why it's taking so long for the third Hokage to recover. I mean, he got hit with he got his whole body disintegrated. I mean, he's reanimated too. If that does the same thing to the third Hokage, what happens if it does the same thing to them? I mean, things are getting bad. Things are getting a little bad because all ninjutsu's not working. Naruto's coming up with an idea. I'm gonna enter Biju mode and take this guy on as Kurama. He's like, yeah. He's like, boom. But his chakra runs out. Like he runs out of time before he can enter that mode. And the second's like, don't make things worse. And like, you may be I mean, the both of you may be father and son, but sometimes if you don't think, you'll do stupid things. And the fourth is like, I'm sorry. Even Naruto's like a little embarrassed that the second is like calling him out on this. He asks for Kurama, I'm gonna need a little more time. I need to enter Biju mode. I need a little more chakra. He said, if you want to enter that mode, you have to stay in your normal form for a little longer. You need time to recover. Sasuke is just looking back, and Obito is like, and Obito, he's like just doing nothing. He's like, just applauding, like what? Why? And you see a lot of things, and then all of a sudden, boom! You see Gamakichi using his toad cannon. You know his spit. You know how toads like to spit stuff out of their mouth. I mean, we've seen that with his father, Gamapupa. And Naruto's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He said, "I'm almost out of time. I can't stay here anymore. Like the Kachino said it's about to wear off." And Naruto's like, "I appreciate your help. Take a nice break." Hey, no problem. He said, thanks. He disappears. Then he notices something. Like the attack. Something. So it has some kind of strange effect. The kind that no one expected. Because everybody, they don't notice as much, but they see it. He's like, and Minato's like, Obito, why? Didn't you want to become Hokage? Wasn't that your dream? Your dream? Say, I no longer care about that. Like his dream was to become Hokage. Then he's thinking about it. He says, what? What's Sensei up to? He said, what is the yellow flash up to? He has flashbacks of the moment where he escaped from the cave and he see Rin die. And like right now, Minato himself is having flashbacks too of the time of destruction of Hidden Leaf Village when that masked man appeared. It's Toby, but you now know it's Obito. Like right now, he's having flashbacks. If only I realized that he was Obito, maybe I could have stopped it. I'm like, you could have known that it was your former student. I'm like, after all, you weren't there when he died. I mean, and you weren't. When you thought he died, you weren't there when he disappeared. I mean, you couldn't have expected this And remember, Obito was like the Naruto type. He wanted to become Hokage, he wanted everyone's acceptance. Which begs the question like this. If Naruto had went to the same thing Obito did, would he have come out the same way? Or would he kept his spirit lively and just figure out a way back home? Who knows? Like, that's just a mystery. This is just what you call my opinion. As it continues, Obito says, I'm glad that my teacher is now Hokage, because that means I gave up on my dreams a lot faster. Now that I have this much power, the opinions of you Hokage, compared to you Hokage, you are all ants compared to me. And Naruto's like badmouthing him, saying, don't make fun of the Kages, cause you are one. My dream is to also be Hokage. Naruto produces a Rasengan. His Rasengan. Then the second Hokage notices something. He notices something odd. Like and the second Hokage is a battle expert. He has sharp eye, and he teleports using the body using the teleportation jutsu, taps Naruto, and especially don't make fun of my dad, who also is Hokage. And then boom, he got hit with the Rasengan. Then he starts saying it. Ninjutsu attack won't work on him, but Seijutsu attack will. And they did contact, and even Minato surprised that he can do the same jutsu as Master Jiraiya Sensei. The thing is, that's the difference between ninjutsu and senjutsu is that ninjutsu uses energy from your body, your normal chakra energy, while seijutsu is a little bit of that, but it also uses nature energy, what makes it stronger. That if the attack worked, that means that his attack is effective, which means one thing: Naruto is the trump card. That means that he is the key to winning this war, to defeat Obito. So is Hashirama. I mean, he can do Seijutsu too, if he's not done fighting with Madara, because we never saw Hashirama in this chapter. He's still doing his epic fight with Madara. And then you have Jiraiya. He could do it, but we're not going to see him anytime soon, unless Kishimoto comes up with a new idea to bring him back. But that's just my opinion. As it progressed, Minato's just thinking, like, I can't believe he's able to do this. And then you have a shadowy figure say, that brat has grown up to be a fine young man. And then he hears a voice, and that voice is saying that he's able to convince my other half to even follow him. And then you have the shadowy figure in the back. It looks like the Nine-Tailed Fox, and it says, in the shadow, could it be? And remember, when Naruto used the sealing spell on Naruto, the Jinchuriki, he only sealed half. He only sealed half of the chakra inside of him. That means the other half stayed with Naruto forever. Is this a sign that Naruto is going to get the other half of the chakra? Is this a sign they'll go full Kyuubi and leave the gold? And leave the golden hole behind. After all, he said he did need more chakra to transform. After all, with this he could do that. And after so much, we're getting new surprises. I mean, so far their attack has been ineffective with just normal ninjutsu. With Seijutsu, this is their only shot. And Naruto never mastered that whole full Seijutsu when you merged with the Toad Elders. Of course, that was because now the Nine-Tailed Fox was inside. But now without the now he has control. He could probably do full Sage mode like what Jiraiya did. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe. It's Sellavin Adams giving you a review of chapter 642, latest manga. This manga is awesome. Has some moments, epic, and it keeps to the story, and it has its own original ideas. Comment, rate, subscribe. This is Sellavin Adams. Signing off.